Hey guys, it's nice to meet you all virtually again. I'm Ramuloo with matrix number 207823.
I'm Sugganiya Subramaniam with matrix number 207642.
I am Nurin Syaza Hani. My matric number is 206510. Thank you.
I am Kuhanesre Venkata Ramana. My matrix number is 207437.
Hi, my name is Choo Wen Xuan. My matrix number is 205587.
My name is Munierah and Husna. Matrix number 207245.
Hi, my name is Ooi Zi Wei, matrix number 207281.
And hello, my name is Liew Xin Ying with matrix number 206440.
Okay, thank you guys. So in today's video, discussion number 2, we are going to exchange the news that we have gathered for section 1, which is health that we decided in our previous video. So who would like to share your news first?
I would like to go first.
Okay.
So let me share my screen. So good day everyone. So today my topic is pregnant women faced increased risk from COVID-19. And I took this news article from the New York Times, and the author of this article is by Ronnie Karen Rabin. So as you all know, the current pandemic that we have been facing in our world is COVID-19. So according to this article, a research has been done by these articles and by this study, and they found out that pregnant women who are contracted with COVID-19 has higher risk of developing severe illness and including a death risk. And it was stated that they are more likely to develop complications and die compared to women who are not pregnant. So these pregnant women, according to this article, these pregnant women require extra care, and some of their treatments are like specialized heart-lung bypass machine, and they require mechanical ventilation compared to non-pregnant women of the same age. So one of the health scientists, her name is Sasha Ellington, and she stated that although pregnant women are at higher risk of getting severe illness due to COVID-19, but the overall risk of complication and death is extremely low. But however, we can't deny the fact that pregnant women who have COVID-19 are more likely to get serious illness, and they might get they might need more serious care compared to non-pregnant women. And also, a small study also showed that pregnant women who have COVID-19 has higher risk of delivering premature babies. So the reason why I chose this article is because, like, you know, in this current situation, we all are facing COVID-19, and many people are doing all the best they can, like, to fight this COVID-19. They are taking the proper precautions to stay away from this coronavirus. So I think, like, as a news publisher, it's also our responsibility to spread the awareness to the public, especially to the pregnant ladies, so that they realize how dangerous this COVID-19 is for them, and they will take the proper precautions to stay away from COVID-19. This can also be this can also educate them and, like, make them realize, like, how vulnerable the pregnant ladies are to COVID-19. So for these reasons, I strongly believe that this article should be included in our news publication. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Okay, so I'm going to make a conclusion about the news that I picked, which is girls with autism get diagnosed over a year later than boys. Okay, so I picked this news because I think the awareness among the autism illnesses or autism spectrum disorder is not very taken into, it's very regard of other people. So according to the World Health Organization by WHO, which is WHO, about 1 in every 116 children, this solely can show us that the amount of this is quite a number that shows that the autism spectrum disorder is something that is a big deal. We have to take a very good look of this. So on this research, it says that on average, typically girls will be diagnosed with autism about a year and later if they have it. So this is quite hard for other people, especially the specialists of the autism spectrum. Can diagnose them that they have the autism. So this is because why girls are very hard for us to diagnose if they have autism or not, because girls can girls be able to blind in a little bit more than boys. That means that we the girls, the girls is quite hard for them to get diagnosed. So um, and then Dr. Ahuja also said that there is one way that we can investigate how to know if that children have autism or not. It is we can see if a child is able to talk about their feelings or not, because when by the time they hit elementary school, kid must be able to share their emotion or thoughts, and even they can share about abstract things. So by then, if we can see anything like they don't know how to describe how they feel, is it they're sad or happy, is it hard for them to tell, that means we have to be more conscious about what's going on, and then they really need help. So but we all know that the stigma about autism is very not really famous around us, or even it is. The parents think that it is the illness that they be ashamed of, but that is not actually, because it is the illness that we can help. Is it cannot be cured, but we can heal it by time. Maybe we could be cured, but we can slow it down by time. So it is still important to get appropriate services that we help them down the line. So I think that this is very important, because parents always not really very noticeable about this. They are not really conscious about what's going on about with their kids, or even if they just ignore what's going on. So I think the news of the autism really need to be shared and to be spread the awareness about this, because these children is our future, so we can help them by our power. So thank you so much. That's all for me.
Okay, hey everyone. So I'll be talking about an article related to mental health. So 15 to 24-year-olds among those affected by depression. It is said that about 500,000 Malaysians are suffering from depression, and then about 100,000 are young Malaysians due to the stress of academic and social struggles. It seems befrienders have stated that there are 33% of calls are from those between the age 15 to 25 years old. We know that during this COVID-19, many of us are facing a loss of income and such problems, but we are failing to understand about teenagers who are going through depression, where it's hard for them to understand and study through online classes, because I believe that physical classes is more effective compared to online classes. And then they said we can find the symptoms where teenagers are facing depression. Those teenagers will have low self-esteem as well as poor communication skills, where they can't console their feelings to others. And I believe that family play a very big role, because they have to create a very peaceful environment to upbring their children in a way more in better way. This is because uh, if it's a critical parenting, then the child cannot share their feelings as well as their problems, because they are afraid may they afraid because they're afraid their parents can judge them, as well criticize because they couldn't stand up for themselves and confident about their problems. Shala Menon, who is the principal of London College of Clinical Hypnosis Asia, she said that uh, there's a therapy called as hypnotherapy. In detail, is clinical hypnosis, where we can help those teenagers who are facing depression by making them focusing on positive and eliminating negative thinking. She also suggested that parents should join during the therapy sessions. This is because parents should be aware of their teenagers' activities and feelings, because at this time they are more prone and fragile to such social issues and so on. I believe that mental health is as important as physical health, because mental health is the main cause for all the major problem issues. By publishing mental health issues or this article, we can bring more awareness into the public as well. Thank you very much. That's all from me.
Okay, it's my turn now. My title of my article is Coronavirus, what are the risks of catching it from food packaging? This article is from BBC News. As we know, recently coronavirus are now the bigger problem people face. People are concerned about how did the coronavirus can be transmitted. Coronavirus can be transmitted not only in the air but also through people face-to-face contact. But here has again raised a question about whether coronavirus can be transmitted via food packaging. Okay, as we know, most of the food we eat, such as fruit, meat, and vegetable, are imported from abroad, especially from United States and China. But the penalties COVID-19 in this country are quite serious. So people are so worried about this question. In this news, this have some accurate information about this question, such as the laboratory-based study have shown that the virus can survive for hours, if not days, on some packaging material, mostly cardboard and various forms of plastic. That's more, the virus is more stable at low temperatures, which is how many food are transported. Dr. Julieta also said, in the outside world, environmental conditions change rapidly, meaning that the virus cannot survive as long. So here, Dr. Tan has approved said that proving someone had picked out the virus through packaging would not be difficult. So this article to also have scientists say, some suggest that how can we stay first away from COVID-19? So here it has said, hands should be properly washed after handling food packaging and before eating. Except that if you're shopping from grocery, use hand sanitizer before entering the shop if possible and wash your hand through or work and also after handling and storing your purchased product. So I hope you guys can include this article in our news publication because our reader can get the exactly information and some suggestions to avoid this horrible virus COVID-19. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, this is an article from New Straits Times. The title is Never Ignore the Sign. This article is about colorectal cancer, which is also known as colon cancer. Colon cancer is one disease that is closely linked to our lifestyle, which is the way we live. And the primary risk factors is unhealthy habits such as smoking, high consumption of alcohol, red meat, and processed meat. Lack of exercise is also one of the reasons, and other diseases such as diabetes and obesity can also have impact on it too. And this colon cancer, during the early stage, it do not have any symptoms. However, there is some common signs which include change in bowel habit, blood in the stool, abdominal pain, weight loss, anemia, and intestinal obstructions. And in Malaysia, colon cancer is the most common cancer among men and the second among women. Based on recently research, data shows that younger people nowadays that is diagnosed with colon cancer keep on increasing, which is something that is very dangerous. So it is important to have early diagnosis so that patients can get a proper treatment to improve the long-term prospect. There are two types of tests that can be done, which is stool-based test, and the second one is visual examinations. Stool-based test, it is not a complicated test. which it is a test where they use your face to and send in the lab to test whether you have this disease or not. And the second one, visual examination such as colonoscope, where they will put a camera on the tube and insert it through your anus, and the camera can help to see the condition inside your rectum and colon. And I hope that this article can be included in our newspaper, so that it can help to raise the awareness among people, especially youngsters, about colon cancer, and so that maybe they can change their lifestyle to prevent themselves from getting this cancer in an early age. This is all from me. Thank you.
Hi guys, so the title of the article that I chose is Lockdown Measures Are Making Us Less Healthy. I obtained this article from the Star Malaysia page, which was published on 7th November 2020. So many of us might think that lockdown measures have made us more athletic, help us to sleep better and spend more time in the kitchen and with our family members. But this article proved that a recent American study showed that the shelter-in-place guidelines and pandemic restrictions have actually had detrimental effects on our health. A biomedical research center study, which was located in United States, shows that lockdown was not particularly healthy for everyone. These findings showed that physical distancing entailed healthier eating habits for some, as dining out was replaced by home cooking. So this means that initially some of them took advantage of this lockdown and they practiced a very healthy lifestyle, like exercising at home, eating home cooking foods instead of going out and eating fast food. So this actually lead to a healthy lifestyle. But however, snacking while watching TV was also become more frequent due to this pandemic. So the weight gain was reported in 27.5% of all participants and 33.4% of participants with obesity. So this statistical result shows that the amount of people getting obese increased in this lockdown period. And the researchers attribute this weight gain to more sedentary habits and less time devoted to physical activities like exercising. The study also showed that anxiety levels gained ground, which had detrimental effects on our sleep quality as well. So it is very clear that COVID-19 pandemic produced significant health effects well beyond the virus itself. So I feel like this is very important. It is very important for us to include these kind of articles in our publication, because all of us are aware of the effects of COVID-19 virus, but none of us are actually aware of the effects of this lockdown, because most of us are just attending online classes every day and repeating the same routine every day. So there are a lot of disadvantages that we will get because of not being healthy as usual due to this pandemic. So it is very important to educate people out there the importance of exercising and maintaining a balanced meal and healthy lifestyle in this COVID pandemic. That is why I chose this article, and hopefully you all will consider this point. Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to go next. And the article that I found is poor diet, children 20 cm shorter as a result. So this news is talking about height and weight of children across the world, and over time is important because they can reflect the quality of nutrition available and how healthy environment are for young people. So we can see that on average, 19 years old boys and girls who live in UK is the tallest, which is 178.2 centimeter and 163.9 centimeter. And also, the 19 years old boy and girl who live in India is the shortest, which is 155.2 centimeter for girls and 166.5 centimeter for boys. Okay. So the study also looked at children BMI. The researchers found older teenagers with the largest BMI live in the Pacific Islands, Middle East, USA, and New Zealand. Meanwhile, 19 years old with the lowest BMI live in South Asia countries such as India and Bangladesh. So I chose this article because genetics play an important part in individual children's height and weight, and when it comes to health of entire population, nutrition and the environment are the key. So I think this is the interest news, and I hope that this news can be included in our news publication. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, this is about my news. Everyone can see? Okay, my news title is Mental Health a Priority. Okay, in this news, it share about mental health priority. It fight against COVID-19 pandemic and effect and can affect frontliners, patients, and society. Okay, first for frontliners, we know that frontliners, they work non-stop day and night to our society. And when confronting with people with COVID-19, of course they are already having and worry fear. So actually that kind of emotional analysis, Dr. Adham said that it is important for mental health to be part of the government health agenda. So based on that, the government already take action by launch Let's Talk Healthy Minds last year, and also make this create psychosocial support and counseling hotline to assess staff and health workers handling COVID-19 pandemic. So I think we should advertise this kind of news so that people will know about mental health more. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Munierah. Since all of us have already shared the articles that we chose for health session, I think now we can finalize the best two articles to be included in our publication. So let's start vote for the best two article. So first, who would like to vote for the articles that was shared by Sugganiya? Okay, 3 votes. Next, who would like to vote for Syaza's article? Okay. Next, who would like to vote for Kuha's article? 5. Next, who would like to vote for Wen Xuan's article? Next, who would like to vote for my article? Okay. Who would like to vote for Ooi Zi Wei's article? Who would like to vote for Munierah's article? And finally, who would like to vote for Xin Ying's article? No one. Okay. So the article with the highest vote is Kuha's article, which has 5 votes, and then Sugganiya's article and Manjuan's article both has 3 votes. So I think we have to re-vote again. So who would like to choose Sugganiya's article? Okay, thank you. So it's 5 votes. So we are going to choose Sugganiya's article and Kuhanesre's article. Are you guys all satisfied with that?
Yes.
So I think we have already come to the end of this discussion. We have already finalized the 2 best articles to be included in our health session in our publication. So I think that's all for now. Thank you.